Good morning, students. Welcome back in our online classes. Today we are going to discuss the chapter number 5 of your class, Emerging Mode of Business. In this chapter, we will go for that the e-business concepts, the scope and the benefit. The BPO means the business process outsourcing, the concept of these, the need and the scope for the future, for the futuristic. Now let I introduce with the emerging mode of business. What is meaning and the scope of business? In the modern era is the era of the globalizations, change in the technology. Now what we are seeing that the every day that the technology are being changed. In response to this, business throughout the world is changing its organizations, the way of working and the use of technology. Why the way of working means the few of the people who are working the manually and the few of the people who are working with the machine, and they are using now the innovative technology. Now the business processes are being redesigned. The major change in mode of business is emergence of e-business, e-commerce, business process and outsourcing. The meaning and the scope of e-business. The e-business refer that carrying out business activities through the internet. Business activities comprise of industry, commerce and trade. So, e-commerce means conduct of industry, trade and commerce activities. Through commerce, firms use not only general internet facility for e-business, but they also prefer to have their private and the personal internet facilities for their internal functioning. You think that nowadays you are using Amazon and the Flipkart, Snapdeal. What is it? These are known as the e-business, means the business process outsourcing. The scope of e-business. E-business includes carrying on planning, organizing, marketing productions electronically through the internet. There are various people and parties involved in electronic transactions. These transactions are extended into 4 directions. These are B2B, B2C, C2C and intra B-commerce. B2B commerce, actually the transaction taking place between business units are known as the B2B transaction. This transaction may involve creation of utilities, the collaborations, the commercial negotiations, inviting tenders, the distributions of goods from manufacturer to various distributors. The meaning and the scope of the e-business of the B2C commerce. What is the B2C commerce? Let I explain. The transaction taking place between business units and the customer are known as the B2C transactions. B2C enables the businessman to remain in touch with his customer on round-the-clock basis. Just like the who sell the insurance online, just like the who sells the Dhanyantri to the people online, that is called the B2C commerce, the business to consumer. B2C also gives scope for C2B transaction, that is the customer can also make use of call centers set up of the companies to make toll-free calls 1-800-233-2633. These types of number are the toll-free numbers. Some promotion activities such as use of music, films to attract the customer are also used in B2C segments. B2C transactions may involve selling and distributions, after sales services, promotion and other marketing activities, lodging of complaint by customer, etc. Now let me go for the C2C commerce. What is C2C commerce? The transaction taking place between customer are known as the customer and customer, means customer to customer are known as C2C commerce. In this setup business, from that is seller is also a customer. Seller is also a customer and buyer is also a customer. It provides secure market system for sale of goods and services. In C2C various consumers, forums are also formed. Through C2C transactions, an aggrieved or the cheated customer can warn other customer not to buy such product in which he was cheated. The C2C involves with the selling used books and the clothes, selling antique items, warning customer about the fraudulent suppliers, information about the quality and the durability of the product, etc. The meaning and the scope of the e-business about the intra-e-commerce. What is this? Refers to transaction between the parties or person who are the part of one firm only. It is the transaction between the firm within the firm. That is why it's called the intra-firm. Generally, a firm has to deal with its supplier, customer, employees. These are called intra-e-commerce interaction. The intra-e-commerce transaction make it possible to firm to improve their speed and efficiency. For example, if marketing department want to make some changes in the design of the product on the basis of the marketing research, they can immediately do so by contacting production department through the intra-e-commerce transaction. With no delay and immediate action can be taken by production department. Intra-e transaction improve coordination, faster decision and speedier workflow. Intra-e-commerce also help the firm to interact with their employees, recruitment and the selection of employees. They can send a report to office through email. Employees need not to come to office, rather office go to home. Intra-e-commerce transaction may take place. Interaction between any two departments of one firm, placing orders and giving instruction to supplier, communication of important information in the whole organization, recruitment of selections and the training of employees, reporting by employees to their managers. These are intra-e-commerce transaction may be involved with all these categories. E-business versus the e-commerce. What is e-business and what is e-commerce? It is a very important point for your examinations. E-business is a wider term. It includes e-commerce. As commerce is one of the branches or one of the activities of business, means without the e-commerce you cannot go for any business. Similarly, e-commerce is one branch of the e-business, means both are similar to each other, both are dependent with each other. E-commerce deals exclusively in the distribution of goods and services, where e-business involve productions. E-business means the productions units. E-commerce deals with the distribution of goods and the services, just like the Amazon, just like the Flipkart. They deal in the goods and the services. But those who manufacture the goods, they are the e-business. Production, sale, distribution, after sale, inter-firm and the intra-firm business transactions such as accounting, management. The benefit of the means the opportunity and the benefit of e-firm. It is very convenient. With the help of the e-business, shopping can be done conveniently. Sitting at home, millions of people exchange information in the world through the e-commerce. Better display. The businessman can show their products in a better way using three-dimensional technology or by giving graphics effects in computer. The goods can be shown with different angles by revolving. So e-commerce provide better opportunity for display of the goods. The benefit of the goods also have the wide market. Through e-business, the businessman can reach each and every human being on this planet who access to internet. There is no limitation of geographical area. The goods can be traded in the whole world because market are very wide. In e-commerce, customer have the wider choice. For them, the whole world can be a shop as a good for all the countries. The wide choice of these in e-commerce, customer have the wider choice for the firm. The whole world can be shopped as a good for all of countries. Can be traded through the internet. The benefit of e-commerce, the cost saving. Trading through e-business is more economical as compared to other trading because in e-commerce and the businessmen are not required to own a showroom for display of their goods. No middlemen are required. Means there is a direct sale as generally manufacturer set up their website for direct sale to the customer. Cost involved in advertisement is saved. Cost involved in carrying the product for display purpose is also saved. The limitations of the e-business. The e-business is not suitable for purchase of commodity which require personal touch such as a garment. Delay in delivery. In e-business, order is placed by a single click of the mouse. But it takes time to vendor to process the order and deliver the goods. This may frustrate the buyer. Limitation of e-business, requirement of hardware. A proper hardware setup, the computer network is necessary for e-business, and even the seller and the buyer both know the operation of the internet. It also has the risks. In e-business transaction, there is no direct relationship between the two parties, so there are more chances of fraud. There are also problems of virus, brand hijacking, hacking, etc. The limitation of e-business, low ethics also have. In e-business, there are the less ethical behavior followed by businessmen. The important information can be leaked out or the read by anyone reading email. Outsourcing. Over the last decade, a new type of business within the service sector has become popular in the world. It is called the business process outsourcing, BPO. As you all know, BPO refers to getting a business task accomplished through an outside agency initially. Only a few companies in United States adopted the practice of outsourcing the routine jobs for outside agencies so that the company could concentrate on critical issue without wasting time on routine work. Later on, it became popular in other countries. Earlier, company used to hire outside agency to perform tasks which used to come up occasionally. For example, companies used to hire service of management consultant for getting their employees trained or to design their advertisement. Outsourcing services. Now the trend has been changed. The companies have started hiring outside agencies to perform the routine jobs such as the after sales services, maintaining book of the accounts, etc. The advantages of the BPO, the concentrations of core competence. By outsourcing the routine tasks, the companies can concentrate on more crucial matter. For example, by outsourcing the sales promotion function to an advertising agency, the company can concentrate on maintaining quality and on increasing the production capacity. Reduction in cost. The outsourcing agencies perform the tasks for different companies, so the client companies can benefit of company on the economical scale. Generally, they save 10 to 20% of the cost. Help to avoid about the labor problem. The outsourcing services reduce the need for employing more number of employees as the outsourcing agencies take up the responsibilities of performing routine jobs. The benefit of the latest development. The outsourcer maintains world-class information technology infrastructure. The outsourcer acts as a consultant for the particular function and perform that function in a specialized way, in a better way. The client company can get the benefit of the latest technology. The types of the outsourced the services. The financial, the advertising services, courier services. the customer support services. The outsourcing suffer from the following balance: the lack of secrecy, no development of the thinking skill, protest in home country may result in a low ethical behavior. Tomorrow we will go for the KPO. That's all for the day. Thank you. Have a nice day.